Research shows that over 40% of adults have insulin resistance, with most people not realizing it. Insulin resistance means your cells don't respond properly to insulin, the key hormone for converting glucose into energy. Left unchecked, insulin resistance can progress to prediabetes and eventually full-blown type 2 diabetes, which is why it's so important to take action as early as possible. So today, we're looking at 6 steps to avoid and combat insulin resistance, including signs to look out for, as well as specific foods that make a big difference, sometimes in as little as 2 weeks. We'll also show you how to prime your body before eating carbohydrates. Plus, stick around to find out how to get 3 free gifts to help you fight and prevent diabetes. Okay, first of all, what are the early warning signs? Early symptoms include insatiable thirst, fatigue, skin tags, cravings, and sleep problems. As pre-diabetes progresses, people often feel hungry despite eating plenty of food, as well as brain fog, slow wound healing, and increased infections. These happen because glucose can't move from the blood into cells. Thus, we get higher blood sugar, which in turn impedes the body's ability to send nutrients where they're needed, as well as interfering with their natural repair processes. Vision problems, numbness, and tingling can be a sign that high blood sugar is starting to damage nerves, serious signs that shouldn't be ignored. So what can you do to prevent or reverse this dysfunction? First of all, one of the most important things is to limit refined carbohydrates and sugar. When you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose, which enters your bloodstream. In response, your pancreas releases insulin to shuttle that glucose into your cells for energy. But when you consistently eat too many carbs, especially simple and refined carbs, your cells can become less responsive to insulin. They basically start to ignore it, and that is insulin resistance. Foods like bread, pasta, rice, cereals, baked goods, and sugary drinks are the worst offenders. They cause rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin, which when repeated day after day, cause insulin resistance. Now, you don't necessarily have to give up carbs entirely. Carbohydrates are your body's main fuel source. The key is choosing the right carbs, ones that are minimally processed, fiber-rich, and nutrient-dense. Fiber is your friend. It slows down digestion and the absorption of glucose so you don't get crazy blood sugar spikes, and also feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Non-starchy vegetables, legumes, fruits, and berries are fantastic options. These do contain carbohydrates, but when paired with fiber and other nutrients, they strike the right balance. Unlike refined flour, they're whole foods. A good rule of thumb is to eat the rainbow. Consume a variety of colorful vegetables and fruits, which are also loaded with anti-inflammatory compounds, antioxidants, and key nutrients that help your body use insulin more effectively. Some superstars include leafy greens, cruciferous veggies like broccoli and Brussels sprouts, and deeply hued fruits like berries, tomatoes, beetroot, and pomegranate. And if you're a bread lover, don't despair. Instead of traditional grain-based breads, opt for bread made from nut flours, which are high in protein and low in carbohydrates. More on that shortly. Next, you might be surprised to learn that one of the most important factors for insulin health is sleep. Your body operates on a 24-hour cycle called the circadian rhythm. This internal clock regulates countless functions, including hormone release, digestion, and glucose metabolism. When you don't get enough sleep or your sleep is restless, it disrupts your circadian rhythm. This elevates cortisol, a stress hormone, and decreases growth hormones, both of which interfere with the insulin's ability to do its job. Studies show that even a single night of reduced sleep can induce insulin resistance. So how can you set yourself up for sleep success? Firstly, stick to a consistent sleep schedule. go to bed and wake up at the same times every day, even on the weekends. This regulates your circadian rhythm. Secondly, create a relaxing bedtime routine. Wind down with calming activities like reading, gentle stretching, or a warm bath. This signals your body that it's time to prepare for sleep. Number 3, make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. Invest in a comfortable mattress, pillows, and bedding. Reserve the bed for sleep and intimacy only. And number 4, disconnect from devices. The blue light emitted by smartphones, tablets, and computers can suppress melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. Turn off electronics an hour before bed, or better yet, leave them in another room. Invest $5 in an old school alarm clock instead of using your phone alarm. If you tick all those boxes and are still struggling, you might consider supplements as a last resort. Natural remedies like melatonin, magnesium, or valerian root may help, but talk to your trusted healthcare professional first, especially if you're taking medication. Remember, prioritizing sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Aim for 7 to 9 hours per night and treat it as a vital foundation for health and happiness because that's exactly what it is. Next, eat protein and healthy fats before carbohydrates. When you consume protein and fat, they slow down the absorption of glucose from carbohydrates. We'll get on another trick like this later for the best drink to start your day with. But for now, eating protein or fat before carbs means you get a gentler, more gradual rise in blood sugar and insulin rather than a sharp spike. In fact, a recent 14-day study conducted by the University of Missouri demonstrated just how powerful this strategy can be. Participants were divided into 2 groups, one group eating a high-protein breakfast, while the other had a high-carb breakfast like cereal or toast. The high-protein group had significantly lower blood sugar spikes throughout the day, including in subsequent meals. The cumulative impact day after day of reduced blood sugar and insulin spikes can have a massive long-term impact. So, what are some of the best proteins and fats? Eggs are one of the few complete protein sources, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids that we need. They're also rich in choline, crucial for brain and liver health. Likewise, Greek yogurt is high in protein, as well as calcium for strong bones, and probiotics for gut health, making it a fantastic breakfast option. Creamy avocado is a goldmine of monounsaturated fats, fiber, and nutrients like potassium and vitamin K. But that's not all. Avocado also enhances the absorption of vitamins from other foods. 2 groundbreaking studies found that when avocados are eaten with tomatoes or carrots, they increase your body's ability to absorb lycopene from tomatoes and beta-carotene from carrots. In the carrot study, participants absorbed a whopping 6 times as much beta-carotene from carrots when eaten with avocado. Next, olive oil is the cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, brimming with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and polyphenols shown to improve insulin function. And finally, fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which, as well as reducing blood sugar spikes, also have potent anti-inflammatory properties. Next, nuts and seeds deserve a mention of their own. For insulin health, nuts are the ultimate snack. Firstly, they have the perfect combination of healthy fats, protein, and fiber, crucial for maintaining blood sugar balance and, in turn, healthy insulin function. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids that boost brain function, reduce inflammation, and improve insulin sensitivity. They're also rich in L-arginine, an amino acid, which is shown to improve circulation. Brazil nuts contain selenium content, which is vital for thyroid health. However, it's important not to overdo selenium, so eat a maximum of 3 medium-sized Brazil nuts per day. Almonds are loaded with vitamin E, magnesium, and other nutrients that balance blood sugar, with clinical trials showing that regularly consuming almonds significantly improves insulin function. Next, pistachios are rich in gamma-tocopherol, a potent antioxidant that protects against oxidative stress and inflammation. Gamma-tocopherol is particularly important for preventing plaque buildup inside blood vessels, reducing the risk of heart attack. Flax seeds contain 80 times more lignans than other plants, which protects cells from damage and is also linked to reduced osteoporosis. In a 4-week trial, consuming 10 grams of flaxseed daily led to a staggering 19% reduction on fasting blood glucose, as well as significant improvements in glycation, triglycerides, and cholesterol function. It's best to buy flax seeds whole and grind them at home because our bodies have trouble breaking down the hard shell. Store the ground flax in the refrigerator to prevent oxidation, and then mix them with nut milk and a little cocoa powder for the ultimate addition to your breakfast yogurt. Chia seeds have similar benefits and can simply be soaked in water, creating a gel-like consistency which enhances digestion. Next, we have the ultimate morning drink to dampen insulin spikes. But first, how about those free gifts? Get our free downloadable PDF recipe book, Amazing Alternatives to Rice, Pasta, and Bread, which contains over 50 delicious low blood sugar recipes, as well as other comprehensive resources to help you prevent or fight diabetes. They're completely free. We'll leave a link to that in the description or visit us at diabeticstalk.com. Okay, moving on now. Warm lemon water is an excellent way to cleanse your digestive system and prevent insulin spikes. A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition found that drinking lemon water before eating carbohydrates reduced blood sugar spikes by a whopping 30%. In the study, one group drank lemon water before eating 100 grams of bread, while the other group drank plain water. The lemon water group experienced a significantly lower peak glucose concentration, which was also delayed by over 35 minutes. So as you can see, morning lemon water is an excellent way to prime your body, preventing blood sugar and insulin spikes. Beyond blood sugar, lemons are packed with vitamin C, which independently aids insulin function, as well as flavonoids, which offer powerful anti-inflammatory benefits. You might also like to add half a teaspoon of raw organic apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar helps prevent blood sugar spikes, is rich in vitamins and antioxidants, and has been shown to accelerate fat burning. Now, both lemon and ACV are highly acidic, so brush your teeth before drinking it rather than after, because the acid can temporarily soften your tooth enamel. Protect your teeth by drinking through a straw and rinse your mouth with water afterwards. And at number 1, exercise is one of the most important things you can do to keep insulin working properly. When you engage in physical activity, your muscles burn glucose for energy. This makes your muscles more receptive to insulin, allowing glucose to move into them more efficiently. Best of all, this effect lasts for hours or even days after your workout. Now, strength training is going to have the biggest impact because strong muscles require more glucose as fuel. But the truth is, any level of exercise is going to help. Even brisk walking, cycling, dancing, or any activity that gets you moving will burn glucose and keep the whole system working. If you have joint issues or other limitations, low-impact exercises like Tai Chi, swimming, or water aerobics are excellent options. The most important thing is consistency. Aim for at least 30 minutes of exercise most days of the week. Walking after meals is a great routine because research shows it's more beneficial than walking at other times for reducing blood sugar spikes. And of course, exercise reduces stress and helps you sleep better at night, delivering exponential benefits. Next, for years we've been told that artificial sweeteners are a healthy option, but New research shows that some may wreak havoc with insulin function and gut health. Watch our video on the truth about artificial sweeteners for more on that, and we'll leave a link to it in the description or click the image on the screen. If you found this useful, click the like button and subscribe to stay up to date with our new videos.